be, if you wanted to grow blueberries, you had to order them online or go to some specialty fruit nursery or whatever. These days, they're everywhere. I mean, you go into any big box store or garden center and they got blueberries for sale. As a consequence, people are planting a lot of blueberries and running into a lot of problems with growing blueberries because blueberries have certain requirements that people don't know about. I'm going to tell you what they are so you can have lots of success with blueberries. First, a little bit of information about blueberries. There are three major categories of blueberries. There's one called northern high bush, and those are the ones that you typically see. And they have names like, there are lots of varieties. Blue crop, blue ray, blue jay, rubelle. I mean, there are Herbert. These are all northern high bush types that are common and been in the trade for a long time. Then there is a kind called rabbit eye. This is the classic southern blueberry that grows in the warmer climates, zone 7 and below. And then there's a cross. They crossed southern blueberries with northern blueberries and created what they called the southern high bush. This was started at the University of Arkansas. Obviously, it's great for our Tennessee climate. And southern high bush are kind of combine the best characteristics of both types and a few unique ones that came with hybridization. So, about blueberries, they need an acid soil. They need more acid soil than azaleas or rhododendrons do. The reason most people have a failure with blueberries is they don't give it enough acidity in the soil. The other reason is they need a lot of sun. It's not a plant you can plant in the shade, even half shade, and expect to do well. It wants a very sunny aspect, and it will both bloom and grow vigorously in the right setting, in the right soil. The other problem is that even if people plant it in the full sun and give it lots of acid, if they don't plant the right combination of varieties, they can get no berries. This is where it gets a little complicated. Rabbit eye blueberries, if you're going to grow the big southern ones, you've got to have more than one variety. They are not self-fertile. You can't just plant one and expect it to bear any fruit. It will not. Northern high bush are in a limited way self-fertile, but you get the berries you want when, once again, you plant more than one variety. 2 or 3 are much better. The exception, interestingly enough, are the southern high bush, that new cross I talked about, and this is an example of one called Sunshine Blue. Sunshine Blue is self-fertile. You can plant one bush and get blueberries off of it. And most of the southern high bush are self-fertile, although once again, planting multiple varieties will increase your yield, but you will get berries off of these even if you just plant one variety. And I'd like to talk a little bit about this particular one, which is called Sunshine Blue. This is a great landscape plant. Even if it didn't have delicious fruit, it is a really terrific plant. It doesn't get big and rangy like, say, rabbit eye blueberries tend to be a really big bush. These are compact. You can see it's got tight foliage. It's kind of a nice powdery blue-green, and the fall color is incredible. It's purple and maroon and red, just gorgeous. It has red stems in the winter. It has pretty flowers in the spring. This is a good landscape shrub. Doesn't get that big, maybe 4 feet by 4 feet. Really nice habit on it. And it's just a wonderful subject, but the berries are delicious. And I got to say one thing. Blueberries are worth trying in the home garden simply because a fresh blueberry you pick yourself is not like the ones you buy in the carton at the store. There's no comparison. Give yourself a treat and grow some fresh blueberries for yourself. They're wonderful. I've got here the products you need to give you the soil that you really want to have successful blueberries. The first is soil acidifier. This has elemental sulfur in it, which is a natural chemical mineral actually that will acidify the soil gently. This will, don't put aluminum sulfate on them. That's something that you can buy in garden centers. They'll say it'll turn your hydrangeas blue because it acidifies the soil. But that stuff's really toxic, so it's not a good idea actually on anything. I don't like it, but a lot of people use it. Don't use it on your blueberries though. This is the way to go. Dig this into the soil. Also dig into the soil this stuff. This is a packaged soil mix called Woodland Soil Mix, but don't worry about the woodland part. It's for acid-loving plants. And it's got little bits of expanded shale in it so that it increases the drainage, which is really good. Blueberries like good drainage around their roots. Dig this into the native soil, really helps. If you've got really tight clay, do half and half and give it a big hole. You'll have great results. Then, as the plant grows, you fertilize with Hollytone. Hollytone is an organic fertilizer that has, once again, sulfur in it, so it'll help keep that soil acid and keep that pH down, so you'll have the blueberries will remain happy. How do you tell if the soil isn't acid enough? Well, the plant will start getting yellow, chlorotic, it'll get sparse, it'll drop leaves. You'll know, it'll look lousy. But reducing the pH, you actually can bring these plants back. I've done it and I've seen it done. So blueberries really aren't that hard to grow if you meet the requirements. And mostly it's the kind of soil you plant them in. So go out and buy yourself one of these. I recommend Sunshine Blue in particular. It's a terrific plant no matter what size yard you have. And enjoy yourself some fresh blueberries. Nothing better.